Hey, Tim Sykes here. I am coming to you from Asia. This is actually my third attempt at making this video lesson. My Wi-Fi is not great, but the good news is I will be back next week. So I'm sorry I had to take a little time for myself and my fiance away from this craziness that is my life of teaching and trading. But I do want to still trade and I still want to teach you, but sometimes please understand, given where I am in the world, it's just not as great. So I would like to do more videos. Hopefully this video will post. Maybe I'll be on my fifth try. I'm going to ride elephants in a little bit. So I got to prioritize. But there's a good educational example right now. And I'm also getting a ton of questions. So I want to go over this really quickly. First, BLDP. This is my newest trade. I dip bought this contract winner with Toyota, multi-day, multi-month breakout actually above 215. And I said it's a 74 out of 100 on my new trader checklist scale, and the DVD will be ready soon. I'm getting a ton of questions about this. This is my new DVD called Trader Checklist. If you go to traderchecklist.com, you will see you can get 30 minutes free right now. And once the DVD is ready, it'll take a few days. Because I'm in Asia and I'm trying to coordinate this with my team, it's taking a little while. But in the next few days, I will be giving away all 11 hours for free, zero strings attached. Some of you guys were confused, like, oh, is it only a 30-minute DVD? No, 30 minutes now, okay? When you enter your name, when you enter your email, you can watch the first 30 minutes right now. Soon, in probably, my guess would be like a week from now, we'll be giving away all 11 hours for free, because when we have to give this thing away, I guarantee you that there's going to be a ton of questions. So I don't want to be on my trip anymore. So I want to be able to answer them because, frankly, I think you're going to really love this. So go to traderchecklist.com and you can get 30 minutes, and you will also be on the list so that we can send you the full email when it's ready. Also, I should mention, if you are attending traderandinvestorsummit.com, my upcoming conference, which is just a few weeks away from now, you can go to traderandinvestorsummit.com. Here is the URL, and we have, I think, like 12 seats left. The pricing is $297 right now, just because we're so disorganized with me in Asia. It's tough, when I'm here and it's 12 hours ahead of time for everybody else. So there's 12 seats left. $297 is the price. Ignore these dates. We haven't even had time to update the website. You get 3 days in Orlando with me and several other millionaire traders like Tim Grittani, Michael Good, upcoming millionaires, Mark Crook, new millionaires, Maddie Triforce Owens, and Superman. Just an incredible time. And we have more people too, but let me just get to this trade first. Sorry, I'm like kind of losing it right now, but that's what happens when you try and work and vacation at the same time. Anyways, also, I have been trading. For those of you who haven't been following, I never stop trading, okay? I never stop learning. I never stop adapting. I had a small loss on VG. Probably didn't even need to take it considering the stock bounced back, but it's just a slow moving stock, so I'm not great with that. Skies, I had a small little profit yesterday. Kosi was a huge winner for me. It actually jumped 60% over 24 hours from my buy. I took roughly 30%, so I took the meat of the move. Awesome job there. EBIO, again, this was another one I turned out to be right on, but it's slower moving and choppy, so I never really trade those very well. But I know a lot of you guys did better on this than I did. It wasn't hard. OPGN, I made nearly 1,000, and then ISNS was a fantastic play when I was actually flying to Singapore, and that was a tough trade to do because I wasn't watching the markets. I don't like being away from the markets when I have a position, but I was confident enough about this. I actually missed the top by $2 a share. So I coulda, woulda, shoulda made like $6,000, but while you're trading and traveling, you have to accept some slippage. But this was still a 25% winner. So pretty cool even when I'm traveling. Just in the past few weeks, I'm up a few $1,000s. So not perfect trading by any means, but still profitable and more importantly, educational. Learn, learn, learn. A lot of the big traders I know take August off from trading, but as a teacher, I'm never going to take a week off or a month off because there's so many lessons to be learned, even from your losses or your successes. So anyways, also, TimothySykes.com. If you go to my blog, I just posted a new blog post, 30 basic rules that made me 164 grand in a week. I was trading with a big account 2 years ago, and I had a nice profit in 1 week. That was a crazy week, so I posted 30 rules. I think you should go there and read it. But now let me get to this trade. Where is it? Oh my God, there's way too many things open. BLDP. All right, here it is. So this was my trade on BLDP. I bought it at roughly 220. Again, I bought this in the middle of the night. It was like midnight here. I was about to pass out, and I judged it as a 74 out of 100. And this is why my new DVD, this is basically why we're giving it away for free, because this new scale is going to help you guys so much so that it's not just, oh, this stock is a buy, this stock is a sell, this stock is a short. We're grading these stocks based on 7 key indicators so that every single stock has a numerical grade. And these numerical grades change. So it's not like this stock is a 74 forever. But when I was buying it, it was a 74. And as I'll explain on this DVD, remember, go to traderchecklist.com if you want a free DVD. We're totally giving it away free. But as you'll learn, 74 out of 100, I mean, it's a decent buy. It's not like, oh my God, this is such a great trade. ISNS was a great, great trade, a great, great setup. That would have been like a 95 to 100, given the whole setup. This one, 74 out of 100, it's pretty good. I want to buy stocks between 70 and 100. So this kind of fit my pattern. But more importantly than the money, that I would make, it's a slower moving stock. So when you're traveling, you'll learn you don't really want to be stressed. I was stressing my whole flight to Singapore on ISNS because even though it was a great trade, I wanted to get into the airport. I wanted to, I held it over the weekend. I wanted to get out because I knew that there would be like a morning spike. As it turned out, I was like 2 hours late with my flight to get the perfect exit. But at the same time, it was kind of stressful because it's a really fast-moving stock. While I'm traveling, and especially now with my teaching, my new teaching style, I'm going to be trading a lot slower stocks. I'm going to be alerting the slower stocks. And on the faster-moving stocks, I'm going to be trying to do live videos. In fact, I actually tried to trade and do a live video on GBR last night, which was a big spiker, and I just missed it because my video software is screwing up, and it was so quick. I was trying to buy it right here with a limit at 4.4, and I actually missed the execution. The video didn't even save. It would have been a really cool video, but video technology still isn't perfect, and fast internet hasn't really come to some parts in Asia yet. So this was an awesome spike. I know several people in the chat room nailed it from the 4s up to the 5s. And, this was all in, what was this? Let's see. This was at 9:47 and the top was at 10:04. So you had 14 minutes or like 17 minutes from bottom to top. So it's a damn quick trade. I was trying to buy it in here. My goal would have been to buy it at 440 with a goal of selling it at 480 to 5, to make 40 to 50 cents a share. It would have been so quick. And on quick trades like this, it's impossible to do alerts because literally I would have bought it if I had gotten executed, which I didn't. But if I had gotten executed 950 and there was a halt, so, this spike had to actually last a few more minutes just because of the halt, but I would have been out at like 9:58. And mind you, there was a 5-minute halt. So in reality, this would have been a 3-minute trade to get to my goals. So I just can't alert that. By the time I finish typing, the stock is already at my goals. It's very confusing. So on this one, I was trying to do a live video. The live video failed. Hopefully this video will even work, but I got to get my information out. And when I'm back in the US next week, I guarantee you I will be having live videos, which will be very cool. But let me talk about BLDP. Sorry, there's just a lot of stuff going on right now. I'm trying to address millions of different topics and questions. BLDP spiked initially right at around 8:30 when they announced their deal with Toyota, 204 up to 240. I mean, this is a solid 20% spike. It came down pretty quickly, but then it rebounded back to 240. So then we have a double top here at 240. I saw it midday, and I don't like normally buying midday. I would prefer to wait in the afternoon. But again, with my travel schedule, I'm not going to stay up till 2, 3, 4 in the morning just to do a trade late day. So on this one, I took a little risk buying it on this midday dip at 220. And for the most part, it held the breakout. It did get back down to 211. Here after hours is at 218. Let's look at the chart just so you understand the breakout. I mean, the breakout is really over this 210, 215, 213 area right here. And the fact that it's holding up, I mean, this is kind of a big jump for this kind of a stock. Last time it spiked and it tanked pretty big on day 2, but then it kept going. So we'll see how far this thing can go. Again, it's not a great trade. It's not a 95 out of 100. Let me just tell you how I formulate this. So the price pattern, I mean, it's a breakout, but it's not like a fantastic, like perfect breakout. So we'll call it a 15 out of 20. Risk reward, I think that this stock can go back to the 240s. And if it can, it goes up to 250, 260. And I make, 30, 40 cents. If I'm wrong, I lose, I don't know, 5, 10 cents. So the risk reward is pretty good, not perfect. We'll give this a 15 also. Ease of entry and exit 1 to 10. I mean, I can get out at any time. Like it trades penny by penny. Past performance history of spiking. I mean, this is not a good spike hold, but if you go back and look, I mean, this is a nice breakout over the range over 200 days. Over 1 year, it's a nice breakout. And it has gone supernova in the past before. I like the ability to go supernova in the past, and I like this really, multi-year breakout here above the low 2s. So this theoretically should be able to get to this resistance level of 250, 260-ish. So I'm going to give this past performance history of spiking. That's tough. I'll give it a 6. 6 out of 10. Because it doesn't spike huge. At what time of day is it in my personal schedule? Obviously, this isn't great, but because this is a slower moving stock, my personal schedule doesn't really matter. It's a question if am I going to be right or not. So on this one, I'll give it a 15. Here, reason catalyst. I mean, it's a contract win, but it's a huge contract with Toyota, but it's not like, it's just Toyota partnering with them. I'll give this a 6 or 7. Again, this isn't an exact science, as you're seeing. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. And on this one, market environment, for spikes, that's good, but it's not a low float play. So I'll give this a 7 out of 10. So it adds up to a 74. And again, this is not like going crazy kind of stock, like where it's like, oh my God, this is amazing. But it's solid. And VG is another play that's breaking out. And if I did the whole numbers, this would probably be around a 75, 80. Because this is a nice breakout. It's actually not at 643. It's at 630. So the breakout is not very strong. This is just some after hours people trying to make newbies think that it's strong. So you can't really pay that much attention to low volume after hours here. It closed at 630, which is right around where I bought it. So, I lost a little at best. I could have broken even. Neither of these plays are that great. So I'm really excited, long story short, for you guys to learn this. And in the Trader Checklist DVD, I go over it specifically again and again and again on how to formulate these patterns and indicators, and I have tons of examples. So I'm really excited to give this DVD away for free so that everyone is on the same page, so you understand what I mean when a trade is a 74 out of 100. So Let me see if this video will even post. Hopefully it will. What a job, right?